Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on out there, guys? So, is this something you guys want to win? I have this. It's a KeepKey wallet. I'm thinking I'm going to make maybe a 30-second video that everybody can just drop their comments in there. This way I've got one location that everybody just kind of posts into. Make it a little bit easier for me to do a drawing. I think I'm going to do that in a little bit here, so be prepared to see another maybe a 30-second saying the drawing. And so guys, if you want to win one of these KeepKey hardware wallet, I got it for free, so I might as well pass it along. I won't use it. As you can see, it's still in its packaging. The little hologram is still intact on there, so nothing funny with this going on here. I have a hardware wallet and I'm not going to use it, so I'll give it to somebody who wants it. So definitely be prepared to see that. And then another announcement, guys. This Sunday I'm going to be doing a live build where I'm going to be, check it out, guys. Yo! So I got myself a Veta frame. This is the 8 GPU Veta frame, and I have a sloppily laid out mining rig that I'd like to clean up and all that good stuff. So guys, definitely I hope to see all your faces there on Sunday. It'll be later on in the evening, to where I know most of us working people will be at home chilling out. So if you're not doing anything important, definitely tune in while I'm sitting there building a rig from start to finish. On there, you guys can ask me any kind of questions you'd like on there and all that good stuff. So bam. Moving along now. So if you guys are, I know some people always want to be on the latest and greatest drivers for NVIDIA. I would say that unless you have a 2080 Super, absolutely no need to update the drivers. It's just for support on those, basically. The last couple of drivers that were implemented were more of the fixes. This one is just adding in some more stuff to it for the support for all the supers. And kind of going on with all of the Super, the 2080 Super. Now, like I said, I was kind of holding off my complete judgment until either I got my hands on one or a few places that I trust their information from kind of gave their feedback and what they were finding. And a lot of them were kind of more, finally you made another version of a 1080. Not even the 1080 Ti, just the regular 1080. Because I'll tell you what, my 1080 Ti is definitely still better than the 2080 Super. So the only thing is that the 2080 Super is going to have the new architecture, the new memory on there, and it's coming in, roughly around $700. It kind of has a little bit of a spread on there from anywhere from $700 to $800, plus shipping and taxes and all that good stuff on there if you're here in the US. But it looks like the 2080 Super has 3072 CUDA cores, like I was saying. I was hoping that with the newer architecture that it would see a little bit of a better performance off of it, but of course, no. Unfortunately, when you measure it up, the 1070, let's see here, the 1070 Ti comes in with 2,432 CUDA cores, and that one is the Ti variant. I should have pulled up the non-Ti, of course. Give me 2 seconds here. Bam. And just so that I can get some specs here. Bam. So, the 1080, not the Ti, just a regular 1080, has 2,560 CUDA cores. Not bad, right? So it looks like the 2080 Super has a little bit more CUDA cores, but when it comes down to the core clock and the boost clocks, it's still hitting right at the 1080 level. So you're right around 1847, 1900 megahertz on the boost on there. So you're really not getting too much more. So in a lot of cases, it's either hitting right at the level of a 1080. Now, not saying that if they don't come out with better drivers a little bit later on, that these cards are not going to be able to perform a little better. But it looks like the performance gains that it's getting over the 1080 Ti, you're getting like between 4 and 10% gains on there for pretty much the same price as what you can probably find if you can find a 1080 new. You're going to be like right into that same price range. So you're looking at, if you could find one a 1080 new, you're going to be 500 to 600, and whoever this is can just wait just a moment here. And so you're looking at $500 to $600, like I was saying, if you could find one of these new, where the 2080 Super is coming in at $700 to $800. So it kind of depends on how you want, what kind of cards you're wanting. If you're looking at them for mining, I would probably still go after the 1080s. They have not really obsoleted them for usage of mining, or even if you wanted to use them in your main PC. And then if you wanted to sit there and kind of compare it to like a 1080 Ti, the 1080 Ti has even more CUDA cores than the 2080 Super, guys. So that one's coming in at 3,584 CUDA cores, and the boost and the boost clock on this thing for like gaming mode, you're still coming in at 1,708. And so you're definitely gonna see that the 2080 Ti for gaming or mining is going to outperform the 2080 Super, guys. So they haven't obsoleted the last generation quite yet. The 2080 Ti, yes, does perform better, has a little bit better of a boost and core clocks on that. But if you're just comparing it directly to the 2080 Super, guys, you're not talking about a huge leaps and bounds difference between the 1080 and the 2080 Super. So unfortunately, it's it's like I kind of have to agree whenever I started seeing all the people with their benchmarking. Once you sit there and run your Time Spy on benchmark, you kind of know where that thing's going to start fitting in. So whenever it comes down to it, it'll be very interesting if maybe through some of the updated drivers, maybe it performs a little bit better, but I don't see it really going too far beyond where it's sitting right now as a performance level of just the newer architecture version of a 1080. So that's just my 2 cents on it. Now, I do like the NVIDIA cards. I mean, I am running a 1080 Ti 11 gigabyte variant, of course. So, I mean, if I was going to be looking at a replacement at this point for what I have, the only viable replacement for me would be a 2080 Ti, and I'm not spending that kind of money. I'm a poor miner, very poor. So until they come down with the pricings on some, like their 2080 Ti's, because like I'm not spending $1,000 plus. My wife will kill me if I do that right now.
Yes, I will.
See? If I were to get one of these, I'd have to do like testing and selling right away, just so that I wouldn't get in trouble. That would be the only way that I could get the card. Only way. But I mean, I'd like to see some of these newer cards. I'd like to check one of them out. But definitely the pricings on some of these are still pretty wild. Unfortunately, NVIDIA prices their stuff at the top tier, which makes AMD consistently the mid-range winner for the average person like myself. Now, I was able to get a deal. If I can find a deal, dude, I get all over it. You know, it's just how I am if I can find a deal. But there's no deals to be made, especially now that the 1080s are basically discontinued. You can't find them unless they're used, so the pricings on those are starting to go up because they're harder to find. So let me know what your guys' thoughts on the 2080 Supers. Is this something that, you know, at $700 a pop, would you even consider this, even though it's only the performance of a 1080, just with the RTX structure on there? Do you need the ray tracing that bad? Let me know in comments down below. You know, and while you're down there, guys, dude, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, guys, and subscribe, hit the bell notification, share these videos with other people. Helps me get that knowledge out to all you happy people out there. And definitely stay in tuned with the next video that I'm going to be dropping. It'll be just like a little quick, you know, post your link, you know, post a comment here, and come Sunday, I'm going to pick a lucky winner for the KeepKey wallet, dude. Guys, it'll be cool. Definitely. Let's check it out. Later.